Hey everyone, how's it going today? Coach Alvarez here. Wanted to drop some more mineral vitamins in your ear real quick before I head up to the academy to get some sweat in and train. So I'm listening to stuff I was listening to yesterday. Again, like I said, it's a mix of just really good motivational, inspirational stuff. And one of the things that was in this video was be the one. All right, be the one. And what that means is this guy was talking about his family, like he's got a good family, but there's just some things that just weren't being done in the family. And he decided to be the change, the difference maker in that family. And, he went on to be like really successful, got a lot of money, houses, cars, this and that, and a bunch of other stuff. And his mindset was like, I'm going to be the one. I'm the one. And then his message in this video was, you be the one. So, and that hit me because I know from talking to a lot of people, okay, obviously like a lot of my students, I just don't teach and then train. I actually have conversations with all my students, all my white belts, blue belts, purple, brown. And over the years, you get to know people, you get to know their history, their family situations, their upbringings, what they were, what their thought processes are and stuff like that. And you get to learn a lot about like a little deeper than that, like their families and stuff like that. So, over the years, especially lately, it just seems like I've come across a lot of people where young men, in their 20s, they have good parents, okay? Good parents, but maybe the parents don't have good credit, or they're not in the best of health, or they don't really do anything physical or active. They're not eating right, they don't really exercise, old school mentality. Maybe they just work, or maybe even don't work. And what that does is it breeds more of that. If you grow up seeing your parents struggle, then one or two things are going to happen. One, you can have the mindset of like, I don't want to be like that, so I'm going to do whatever is necessary to change that. Or two, well, I guess that's the way, this is how it's supposed to be because this is what I grew up watching and seeing, and this is what I'm going to be like as well. The finance part, I know I've talked to quite a few individuals where, they've told me personally, man, coach, I've never heard anyone talk about the things like you talk about. I never heard anyone talk about a credit score, a credit card, how you go so hard on fitness and health and taking care of yourself and eating the right foods and, training and all this stuff. Like, it's just very new to a lot of people when they come into my academy. They're just not used to that because why? Their family members, no one in their family is doing those kind of things. And so the thought process for me is to get people to change that, because you shouldn't be the same individual when you come into my jiu-jitsu academy and then later on 6 months, 8 months, 12 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years, be the same individual as a person when you first walked in. You should be changing. You should be different. You should be more mentally tougher, more mentally, more physically fit, better health, better everything. And one of the biggest things I help people with is with like their finances and stuff like that. So be the one, like be the difference maker, for anyone out there that has not, like, again, people that love them, but just because they love you doesn't mean like they're teaching you the right things, and I have proof of that. I have a lot of people that have like good parents, they love them, they raised them, they took care of them, but they didn't teach them a lot of life things, that they needed to make it in life. They had them and they raised them, but raised them in the sense of like, they just took care of them up until they were as an adult, but they didn't raise them in the fact of like, hey, this is what you're gonna need to live, to survive, to make it on your own. I come to find out, like, there's more and more individuals that still live at home when they shouldn't be living at home. They should be out on their own doing their own thing. But, to each their own. Is, for me, I was 22 years old. I bought my own house without a cosigner, had a brand new car. Like, I didn't want to be living at home under my parents' roof, like taking care of me like I was still a kid. Okay. At 22, you're still you're a young adult. You're considered an adult, but you're still young and you still need some help in some kind of ways. But, you're trying to cut that cord as much as possible to, stand on your own 2 feet, so to speak. So this message that I got was like, change that. Like whatever it is that you see that doesn't seem right or feel right or looks right, change it. There's so much information out there, and there's videos and there's tutorials, there's courses, there's so much free information. Like this stuff that I'm giving out right now, like this is just free stuff. Like this is something I heard that came to the top of my mind. I was like, hey, I need to share this because, everyone has, like, in their family, they should be the one. Like they should be that one individual that changes the trajectory of the way their family is going. Again, I've got numerous people that I've talked to where, the family just has a poor mindset. It's just what it is. The bank account's poor, the car's poor, the house is poor. If you even have a house, could be living in an apartment, struggling. Everyone struggles, but it shouldn't be like, this is life. This is the way it's going to be. Life is hard as it is, but it shouldn't always be that way. At 49 years old, for me, life is still tough, it's still hard. You still have losses and people that leave this earth that you care about, and pets, and you have people that you have to deal with and things that happen to you and stuff like that. But it's way easier now because of the things that I've changed and the things that I've learned over the years, because I don't want to keep doing the same thing that I did 20 years ago. You learn, you make mistakes, you adjust to them, and you realize, like, hey, or you just learn from other people. Like I've watched other people and be like, whoa, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to live like that. I don't want to look like that. I don't want my health to be like that. I need to change, and make the change. So, whatever. So it's just something to just at least plant the seed, water it a little bit, and just, let it grow little by little. Things don't happen overnight, but be the one to make the change. Be the one to show other people this is the way it should be. This is what your health should look like. This is the way you should talk. A lot of people have a lot of negative self-talk, a lot of mental baggage that they carry from day to day and stuff like that. And it's not good. You can see what people write on Facebook and Instagram, and sometimes it's like, man, like they're going through something, man. Like they're always so negative. Like everything that comes out on their feed is just really, really, negative. It's never really positive. It's never really uplifting. It's never really motivational. It doesn't, like, if I was to look at your page, would I get motivated? Would I want to get up out my seat and go for a run, or go do some push-ups, or go work out, or go train, or improve my finances, or improve my health, or just would I become better because of what I see on your Facebook page or your Instagram or your TikTok or whatever, And if the answer is no, like that should change. I don't post anything negative. You're not going to come to my news feed and be like, whoa, man, the hell's Alvarez going through, man? That dude's like, whatever. No, you come to my page, it's going to be stuff like this. It's going to be some training. It's going to be some sweat. It's going to be whatever. They're like, man, I need to go and get after it because I see all my teammates getting after it, or I see my coach getting after it, or this stuff right here. So be the one, be the change, be the difference maker. Start it off with your health. Okay. Eat better foods. Take care of yourself. Next thing is your finances. Okay. Because that's a huge, huge problem for a lot of people. It causes unnecessary stress on you and or whoever you're with. and that trickles down into everyone else around you. You know, be the one. If you grew up seeing your family like that, which I have numerous stories from other people that have told me, were like, man, I just grew up watching my family struggle. Then don't struggle. Do the things. Don't do what they did. Just don't do what they did. Like, just follow the blueprint. Like, okay, this is what they did here. I'm not gonna do that because look at where I got us. It got us financially in trouble. It got us, like, they didn't learn their lessons. They're in heavy credit card debt. Like, they don't pay their bills on time. They're getting things taken from them. They can't, you know, really take care of themselves. Like, it's important that I don't, you know, follow those footsteps, and then have kids and then raise more of that. How about I bring into this world more of, like, the difference, the change, and change the outlook and the difference, the way everything should look in your family. So I just thought that was really good stuff. Wanted to get that out to you guys. And it's time to go. Catch you guys on the next one. We'll see you.